Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, back to do another top 20. This time I'm going to focus on home invasions. Definitely one of my favorite subgenres of horror. I love home invasion films. Like I said, this is going to be a top 20. A small disclaimer. This is strictly my opinion and how I view the films. Now I'm going to break this up into two parts. Of course, I'm going to do 20 through 11 in the first part, and I'm going to give you some that I actually owned, or that I do own, and I considered for the list, but didn't quite make the cut. On part 2, of course, you'll get my top 10, and some that I don't own that probably would have been in my top 20. So, without all the usual rigmarole, let's get right into it. Alright, coming in at number 20, Sleep Tight. Now this is a foreign film. I believe it's a Spanish film, if I'm not mistaken. This movie blew me away. This movie is so uncomfortable. And as far as being a home invasion film, to me it is. It's more of a apartment building, but your apartment is your home as well, so that's why it's still a home invasion film. I highly recommend this film. If you guys ever get a chance to see it, or if you find it, definitely pick it up. It is a creepy, uncomfortable little film, and definitely one of my favorites. So that is number 20, Sleep Tight. Coming in at number 19 is Knock Knock. Now this movie, I think, gets a lot of unnecessary hate. This is definitely a fun one for me, and it really surprised me because it was one that I rented when it came out on Blu-ray, and I wasn't really expecting much because, like I said, people have pretty much torn this movie to pieces, but I really, really enjoyed it. I thought Keanu Reeves was actually pretty darn good in this film. And I know this is a remake of another film, Dangerous Game, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember the name of the film, but it was. I watched somebody's video and they referenced it. Now I can't remember the name of it, but I definitely like this film. Like I said, I think it gets a lot of unnecessary hate. Alright, coming in at number 18 is Mischief Night. This movie also surprised me. I wasn't really expecting much, but I like the premise of this film. I'm not going to say too much, although the girl who is, of course, having the home invasion does have a handicap. I'll just leave it at that. I thought it was a fantastic film, and it actually has the kid from Stand By Me. Now I'm drawing a blank. Chris O'Donnell. It has his brother Charlie O'Donnell in it. He's not in it for very long, but yeah, definitely does make an appearance in this film. All right, coming in at number 17, The Purge. This is just a fantastic film. I recently did my ranking the franchise on The Purge, and I absolutely love this film. It's just home invasion done right, in my opinion. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. I like how it played on the classism, as far as like the rich and the poor, and it definitely has a lot of social commentary in it. That's for sure. But yeah, another movie I think gets a lot of unnecessary hate is The Purge. So, coming in at number 16, a movie I just saw recently, and by recent I mean probably within the last year, is Intruders. This movie blew me away. It's a home invasion film with a twist, And I'm not going to tell you what that is, but I don't think you'll be sorry if you watch this film. It's a lot of fun. The girl in this has, I believe it's agoraphobia, which is the fear of leaving your house. And this film is just fun. So much fun. Yeah, good film. Coming in at number 15 already is Panic Room. A lot of people may not consider this to be a horror film, but I do. Um, Jodie Foster is great in this, and I remember seeing a interview recently um, with her where she said she wanted Kristen Stewart is in this. She plays her daughter, and basically it's like a high-tech apartment building or a townhouse, row house or something, and they have a panic room installed in there. And Kristen Stewart plays her daughter. And I recently watched an interview where she said that she really enjoyed working with Kristen Stewart, and that she actually wishes that, I think she was getting ready to have a child or something. I don't know. It's hard for me to remember exactly what happened, but she said she really enjoyed Kristen Stewart, and she looked at her like a daughter. So that's the all that rambling led up to that. So, but yeah, that is number 15, Panic Room. Good film. Number 14 is a semi-recent watch. I heard a lot of people recommend this film, um, and it was one I had never seen. And then they took it off of, it was on Netflix streaming, but then they took it off. So I found this at a thrift store, I do believe, or a yard sale, one of the two. And I watched it probably a year ago, and it's quite uncomfortable. It's quite creepy. So, and that is Them. It's also if I remember correctly, it is a foreign language film. So, coming up, number 13 is Inside. Talk about uncomfortable and over the top gory, but such a good film. I'm not going to say too much about this one. A lot of people have already seen it, and I know that there's a remake out there, which I haven't seen yet. But this movie is just wow. I watched this movie and wow, that's about all I could say after I watched it. It's a rough one, but it's really good. And I believe this is a French film, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong about that. Number 13 is the one and only, the original, Wes Craven's Last House on the Left. Of course, this entire movie isn't home invasion, but I, I consider this a home invasion film. To find a movie that's the whole thing is home invasion, like The Purge and stuff like that, it's kind of few and far between, but I definitely consider this home invasion, and definitely a fantastic film. Eventually, I'll have to upgrade to the Arrow. Hard film to watch, though. Which brings us to the end of part 1, and number 11, In Their Skin. This movie really shocked me. I believe I saw this on Netflix streaming, and I was blown away by it. It just such a good film. Very creepy, very real. I mean, stuff like this could really happen, and that's kind of what kind of freaks me out about it. But yeah, definitely a great film. If you can get your hands on this, um, yeah, awesome film. And that's the end of part 1. This has already gone on quite a while. So I'm going to kind of read these off quick. And these are the ones that I do own that actually didn't make the cut. Clockwork Orange, Hellions, Straw Dogs, both the remake and the original with Dustin Hoffman, Wait Until Dark, When a Stranger Calls Back, The Perfect Guy, When a Stranger Calls, the remake, the original When a Stranger Calls, Firewall, didn't make it because, of course, it's not really a horror film, more of a, just like I said, a home invasion film. Fear with Mark Wahlberg, Hostage with Bruce Willis, great film, great film. Trespass with Nicolas Cage, Intruders with, this is a different Intruders with Donal Logue and Miranda Cosgrove, I believe is her name, and No Good Deed. So, I am really interested to hear what you guys think about this. Like I said, this is one of my favorite subgenres, so definitely comment below, let me know how you feel about this one, and if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.